the advice that I've heard so much, but was absolutely mind shattering to me, I actually did not understand it. I mean, we hear a lot of advice online these days. So many people telling you, go hustle, go do this, you want to be successful, try that. But the one piece of advice I never ever understood for years, up until very recently, is stop chasing, let it come to you. Attract, don't chase. Stop going after it. And the harder that I tried to get something, it is anything I wanted, the harder I tried to get it, the further it felt like it got from me. And it was absolutely confusing. So I just thought this advice is complete bullshit, because if you're anything like me and you sat there thinking, this is what I thought. Wait, if I want to be successful, so I just gotta sit on my couch and it's gonna come to me? That is the biggest load of crap I've ever heard. Or you're telling me that if I want to get all these girls, or I want to attract the hottest chick out there, that I need to just not chase her? How does she know I even exist? Like, as far as I'm concerned, they don't even notice me, much less attracting them. What about, for example, getting in shape, getting your dream body? Can you just not chase it? Just not work out and you're suddenly gonna grow muscle and lose fat? I just completely didn't understand. And then one thing that clicked for me, which is a super weird example, it's the cat analogy, where when you try to chase a cat, if anyone here has had a cat pet, I didn't, but my grandparents did. I used to chase the cat. I could never ever catch it. Cats are just so agile. But as soon as I had something that the cat wants, it came to me. Whether it was food, you kind of do this like pss, 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 pss kind of thing, right? And it comes to you and it thinks, thinks that you have food, or you have a string and it's like, wait a minute, I want that string, so it starts chasing you. And that thing made sense. I was like, okay, I kind of get it now. I still don't get how to apply this to my life, but I get what you mean by attracting something. Make sure you have what it wants and then it will come to you. I just didn't know the actual physical application of this. Now, one thing I came across is when I used to do sales, I started in sales, and there was such a phrase known as commission breath. And that means the harder you want the sale, the less likely you are to get it. And I thought, okay, once again, how can you make a lot of sales if you don't want them bad enough? But here's the catch. It's very interesting, because the people that wanted sales the least made the most sales. And that's because they did not have what's something called commission breath. And it's exactly that. When you see a salesman, if you've been to a car dealership, if you've any place that basically has salespeople, there's always these people that have that notorious bad connotation. That's what gives salesmen a bad rep, which is you see dollar signs in their eyes. They're like Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob. It's like all they see is money, and they just want your signature. They want your deposit. They want you to buy it so bad, and you're just like thinking, bro, this guy just wants my money. He just wants commission. He doesn't actually care about me. Those salesmen come off so ingenuine that they act like they love you. They're like, oh, bro, I got you. I'm going to hook you up with the best service. You're going to get this and that. And you're just sitting there like, this guy literally is just trying to make a paycheck. And once again, nothing wrong with trying to make a paycheck. That's their job. But it comes off so ingenuine that you want nothing to do with that person. And that almost pushes you away. So that's one thing I understood is the fact that a customer can smell when you want to make the sale versus actually helping them with what they're here for. Let's say you come to buy a car, and you're going to buy a car anyway, right? So the salesman's job is to help you find the right one for you. But the bad type of salesman is the one that's going to try to sell you basically the most expensive thing they can find, which is just enough to stretch the shit out of your budget. And then you leave there thinking like, did I just get scammed? Or did I even need this? And then the next day you have buyer's remorse. That's what you don't want happening. And so I completely understood when people said don't have commission breath. And that was actually my sales strategy when I used to do sales. And it was called indifference. And it's actually a thing, but I wasn't trying to apply it. I just genuinely didn't care to make the sale. And that's often how I got it. So when I'd be talking to a customer, sometimes you have to educate them and say, hey, yeah, this is how the product's going to help you. I understand that you may not want it right now, but this and this and that. But whenever I felt like I pushed too much or I said too many things and the customer felt pressured, I would immediately feel bad and want to take off the pressure. So I'd be like, hey, it's completely up to you. At the end of the day, I'm going to get paid anyway. I don't care about the sale. I got plenty of people to talk to and so on. So it's your call. This is your life. Ultimately, it doesn't matter to me. And that was genuine because deep down, I had more sales to make. There are more sales out there. It's not all about this one sale. It's not life or death. It's ultimately my goals weren't even to do sales forever. So it didn't matter that much to me. And the customers could feel that and they'd be like, I can trust this guy. And because of that, they would often buy from me, the most skeptical types. And I was like, all right, this makes sense. So I thought, let's apply this into that same analogy of the harder you want something or the harder you chase something, the less likely you'll get it. That applies in sales. It also applies with women, right? The guys who are the most needy, the nice guys, the ones who are always trying to get the girl. It never works. And everybody knows that, right? But let's take a look at why, right? Maybe if you're some player and you're good at, attracting women, you may attract them briefly. Maybe for just a night, maybe for a couple days. You'll date her for a bit, but you won't keep her because she's going to realize you're full of shit. And that's because you're chasing her and she starts realizing this guy has nothing else going for him because all he wants is me. And as nice as that sounds, she kind of needs something that, from a guy who has got his own thing going, and that's attractive. And so when I changed that perspective, I thought, all right, but how do I still get the girls to notice me if I don't show them that I want them, essentially, right? And all you have to do, or what I realized all I had to do, is put myself out there. Hey, it's okay to ask out a girl on a date. It doesn't mean you're chasing. It just shows, hey, I'm interested. That's it. It does not mean you text her all the time. It does not mean you go out of your way to overinvest into early initial interactions. That's what it means, or that's what it meant to me. Don't chase her, just attract. And I thought, I'm just going to keep doing my thing because I am doing everything I'm already doing with my life for so many other reasons aside from just getting a girl. If you're a guy who's basing his entire life and saying, hey, today we're going looking for girls. We got day game, we got night game, I'm going to try to pull chicks. If that's your entire mindset, that's the most repulsive thing ever. The best you'll do is you'll get them for a single night. And honestly, it's how good can that be, really? But what's funny, the funny thing is, if you do the exact opposite and you just do what you do anyway, and certain things like girls are a byproduct attracting women, that's when you're the most attractive. And then I thought, all right, that makes sense. And finally, how does this make sense in terms of your life? Whether you want to look great, you want to, work out, you want to make money. How do you make money without wanting to make money? Obviously, everybody wants to, improve their finances. And it finally hit me. All you have to do is change what it is that you're looking for. The biggest outcome that I've seen from the advice, don't chase, but attract, and it will come to you, but if you chase, you may never catch it. It's the fact that you have to focus on the process, not the outcome. Every single example that I've just given you, it was me trying to look at things from a perspective of outcome based. It means I want this outcome, therefore I'm chasing it. And in the process, I'm cutting corners, I'm cutting steps, and I'm not actually paying attention to the process which gives you that outcome anyway as a byproduct, not as the sole focus of it. So for example, if you want to make money, you pick a business model and all you have to do is work at that business model, not trying to sit there and be like, I want money, I want money, I want money. It's more like, I'm just going to put my work in this business model, whatever it is, or let's say it's a job. I'm going to just do my best work and that's gonna get me noticed, and I'll get promoted. Obviously, it's not that black and white. You know, you gotta network and to get promoted and everything. But the point is, you focus on the process. That's what attracts the results, because it feels like it doesn't actually just fly to you. It's not magic. It doesn't come to you. It's the fact that, hey, look, if I go to the gym and I focus on eating well, the muscles are gonna grow themselves in a way. They're just gonna appear on you. Whether you like it or not, it's just gonna happen as a way of your body adapting. That's what happens. And as a way of, you know, your circumstances and your environment adapting to you is by you having the right habits. If you work at your business every day, chances are sooner or later your business is going to pay you, or you're going to get the desired outcome from what it is that you're working on. But it's not because you're seeking that outcome specifically, it's because you're so immersed in the work itself, and this is actually what you like. And this is why they always say the people that make it the furthest in whatever endeavors of life are the people who do what they like, because suddenly it comes faster than you think. As soon as you stop focusing on the reward and the outcome, you're like, oh shit, how did we get here already? I didn't expect it. You know, sometimes these rich people, successful people, people who have won championships, whatever, they've made it far in life, and they get interviewed, and they're asked like, how did you get here? Did you ever think you're gonna make it here? And they're like, honestly, I have no idea how I got here. Or I was trying to be the best, or I was trying really hard, but I never actually thought I'd make it this far. You know, I was just kind of, you know, doing this thing. And it shows that often the things you want come a lot faster as soon as you let go, because you just focus on the process, not the outcome. That's the whole moral of the story, and that's what I learned from the advice that at first, at face value, I probably heard it first maybe 8 years ago, 10 years ago, and I just thought this is the biggest bullshit advice I've ever heard. But turns out this is actually how you have to build your life around. It's not explained very well, and it takes you time to figure out. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.